welcome back everybody to the Lutheran Health Network Halftime Report. A midweek encounter between the Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons and the Leathernecks from Western Illinois University. Second meeting between the two this year. In time for us to chat with Mastodon head coach Nisi Nelson. And Nisi, this completes a three-game homestand tonight. A couple of opportunities gone by the wayside, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, but you can't change what's happened in the past. But you have a chance tonight to put a dent in the Summit League standings. Western has been one of the better teams in the conference, and they come into this matchup third in the league behind only South Dakota and South Dakota State.
Yeah, we're excited about this matchup. You know, the first time around we played really well, both on the offensive and defensive end at times. And in that first matchup, we really didn't have a Shatoya Sender. She sprained her ankle early on in the game. And with Hannah Albrecht, she was out. 3 breakout performances last game with some season highs. I think gives us confidence going into this game.
Let's talk Shatoya first. 12 points, a career high, 17 rebounds, and 4 block shots. And you and I spoke briefly last time out about she has a desire to lead the league in rebounding and be up there in block shots as well. It almost seems like when she puts her mind to it and she forgets about the leg injury she's had, she can be very forceful inside.
Absolutely. These last few games, she's had a different mindset. I mean, you come in with the mindset that you are going to out-rebound everybody on the floor, and when you demand the ball, you get numbers just like she did.
And I'm spinning a broken record, but Riley Ott is becoming Riley Ott, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to do, not just finishing out this her freshman year, but for the next 3 years. She's got a never say die attitude. No matter what the score is, she's going to give it her all. And at 5'5", she's not afraid to go inside the trees, and she had 17 points.
You know, she is so exciting to watch, and probably one of the premier freshmen in this conference, specifically because she does not know any fear. Going into every opponent, every match, dating back all the way to her very first Division I basketball game. You know, this kid comes in with a focus to get to the rim, and one of those attitudes of whatever the team needs me to do, I will do.
It's hard to believe we're already in the second half of the
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask all first military personnel and veterans who have served our country, please stand here at the Gate Center so that you may be recognized. With a round of applause or appreciation from those who helped defend all current military personnel and veterans, please rise and be recognized. We thank you for your service for our country.
See, the
Okay, we're ready to put this puppy to work. From Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne, it is time for Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball. Tonight, the Mastodons play host to the Leathernecks from Western Illinois University. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mastodon Women's Basketball on YouTube. I'm Mike Mize, courtside here at Arnie Ball Court. These two teams met once before this year on January the 9th over in Macomb, Illinois at Western Hall. And it was a close game early on. Western led by 1 point, 15-14 after the first quarter. Took a 9-point lead into the locker room at halftime, 42-33. Mastodons came out on fire at the start of the third quarter. Hannah Hess, redshirt junior out of Oregon, Ohio, knocked down 3 consecutive three-point field goals, and that necessitated a Leatherneck timeout. And Western would rebound, would go on a 12-0 run to reestablish control, and they ultimately won the game by a score of 79-68. Game has importance for both teams in terms of positioning in the Summit League. Western Illinois comes into this game tonight with a conference record of 6-4, 12-11 overall. That 6-4 record puts them in third place in the 9-team Summit League. And the Mastodons, currently in the basement, in ninth place with a league record of 1-8. They are 5-17 overall, but they're just a half game behind Omaha, and if they can tie Omaha, they, at this point of the season, they would own the tiebreaker on head-to-head competition. Both teams warming up on the floor. Western Illinois to your right and Purdue Fort Wayne to the left. Some people to take a look at tonight. First for Western Illinois, senior guard Olivia Kaufman out of Jacksonville, Illinois, leads the team in scoring, just under 17 points a game. She's also knocked down nearly 30% of her three-point field goal opportunities. Also look for a battle down low. Evan Zars, a 6'2 sophomore on a Shawnee, Kansas, a transfer from St. Louis University, averaging a little over 8 points and almost 9.5 rebounds per contest. And in the first go-around, Zars had 16 points, 13 rebounds, throw in 2 assists and 2 block shots. And Olivia Kaufman was 7 of 14 from the floor, including 3 three-pointers. Had a team-high 19 points with 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Those are the two main people to watch. And for the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, the leading scorer is senior Hannah Albrecht. Hannah was handcuffed a little bit Saturday against North Dakota, held to just 7 points. She is averaging almost 13.5 points per contest. Freshman Riley Ott out of LaPorte, Indiana, had a team-high 17 points on Saturday. She and senior guard Anna Loppencooper each averaging nearly 11.5 points per contest. And don't forget, fifth-year senior Shatoya Sanders on Saturday against North Dakota. She had 12 points, a career-high 17 rebounds. She's averaging almost 9 rebounds a game, and 4 block shots. And for the year, Sanders has blocked 41 shots, and by comparison, Evan Zars has blocked 40 shots for Western Illinois this year. So those are some of the key people to keep an eye on here tonight. This is the 27th meeting between these two schools, and when the series began, it was dominated by Purdue Fort Wayne. In fact, Mastodons won 4 of the first 5 and 8 of the first 10 get-togethers, but Western has been rolling ever since, and they have not lost to Purdue Fort Wayne since February 1st of 2014. That was the first of 2 meetings in 2014. Mastodons won in late February that year, 99-92, and ever since it's been a Leatherneck win as they have won, let me recount, 11 in a row. So they lead the series 16-10. They will play tonight, and there is the possibility they could play in the Summit League postseason tournament in Sioux Falls later on in March. Teams are lined up. Mastodons across their foul line. Leathernecks in front of their bench. Macedon Pep Band ready to play the national anthem, and let's join them for our national anthem.
United States of America, as we honor our country, the brave men and women serving our country at home and abroad, the playing of our national anthem by the Macedon Pep Band.
Macedon Pep Band with the playing of our national anthem brought to you by Midwest America Federal Credit Union. Now time to bring you tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Leathernecks from Western Illinois. At one guard will be Carla Flores, a 5'9" redshirt freshman from Barcelona, Spain. At another guard will be Danny Nichols, a 5'10" redshirt sophomore from Columbia, Missouri. Guard number 3 in their 4-guard offense is Olivia Kaufman, a 5'8" senior from Jacksonville, Illinois. In the first matchup against Purdue Fort Wayne, during the course of that game, Kaufman joined the 1,000-point club at Western Illinois, and again, she's averaging nearly 17 points per contest. Guard number 4 is Grace Gilmore, a 5'10" junior from Heartland, Wisconsin. And up front will be Evan Zars, a 6'2" sophomore out of Shawnee, Kansas. Again, he transferred from St. Louis University, who in matchup number 1, again, had 16 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 block shots. The head coach at Western Illinois in his 9th year with the Leathernecks is J.D. Gravina. At Western, his record is 145 wins and 125 losses. It's his 15th year overall as a collegiate head coach, and his overall record is 259 and 186. He's got a brand new staff to work with this year. The associate head coach is Dan Chapla. Kennedy Cattenhead is one of the 2 assistant coaches, so along with Alexa Tovella, and Carrie Dodson is a graduate assistant. Now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak tonight, 1-8 in Summit League play, 5-17 overall. At one guard will be Shayla Sellers, a 6-foot freshman from Aurora, Ohio. At another guard, Riley Ott, again a 5'5" freshman from LaPorte, Indiana. Guard number 3, Hannah Albrecht, 5'7" senior from Crown Point, Indiana, averaging over almost 13.5 points per contest. Guard number 4 is Anna Lappencooper, a 5'9" senior from Herne, Germany, also averaging 11.5 points a game. And up front, Shatoya Sanders, a 6-foot redshirt senior out of right here in Fort Wayne. Played her high school basketball at Wayne High School, started her collegiate career at Chicago State, and now playing for the Mastodons. The head coach in her 4th year is such as Niecy Nelson, her record 21-87, assisted by Marcy Alberts, who we hope to speak to in our post-game show tonight, Haley Seibert, and Akila Sims. Kendall Festervan is the graduate manager, and Brad Covert is the team trainer. Our officials tonight, Mark Berger, Jamie Broderick, and Kalai Interline. Mastodons in the home white with black and gold trim. They'll be going from right to left in the first half. And Western in their traveling purple with gold trim going from left to right. The tap is controlled by Purdue Fort Wayne, and here we go, and right away, a player control foul called on Shayla Sowers of the Mastodons. 5 seconds in. First team foul, first personal foul, and now Western goes from left to right. Trying to get the ball down low to Zars. Instead, they get it to Kaufman, misses the bunny, rebounded by Shatoya Sanders. Had to Lappencooper up the right side to Hannah Albrecht. Albrecht kicks it back to Lappencooper, who dribbles to the left. Goes diagonally, hands it off to Ott. Ott attacks the baseline. Shot blocked out of bounds by Zars. Purdue Fort Wayne will maintain the possession. 9:28 left here in the opening quarter. Just underway, no score at the moment. Inbounds pass to Albrecht. 13 on the shot clock. Bounce pass in the block to Sanders. Wants to go to work on Zars. Back to Albrecht, top of the key. Nikki drives, dishes it off. Here is Ott in the trees. Shot partially blocked, knocked out of bounds, and it goes to Western Illinois. Mastodons already have had a couple of shots blocked here in the first 46 seconds. Olivia Kaufman up the left side of the floor. Again, the senior from Jacksonville, Illinois, and called for a travel is Danny Nichols. Each team now has committed 1 turnover in the early going. Riley Ott, again a 5'5" freshman from LaPorte, Indiana, brings the ball up over midcourt, met by Kaufman at midcourt. Dribbling to her left. Bounce pass inside, Lappencooper. Shot is no good, but Anna is fouled and should go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be called on Danny Nichols. Her first, team first. So with 8:54 left in this first quarter, Purdue Fort Wayne a chance to take the first lead of the contest. Lappencooper's first free throw is good. You mentioned Anna averaging almost 11.5 points per game. And from the free throw line, she's hitting at a nearly 75% clip. Second free throw good as well. 2-0 Purdue Fort Wayne. Again, driving the lane and banking it off the glass and in is Nichols. Just like that, we're knotted at 2. Riley Ott from the outside, swish for 2. So the freshman gets on the board early. 4-2, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Right back, missing a 3. And Sellers has it knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to, I think is it going to go to Western? You got 2 of our 3 officials, Kalai Enterline and Jamie Broderick, getting together to decide who that ball went off of. And the way the players are lining up, it looks like it may belong to Western Illinois. And now Jamie going over to Mark Berger to get his thoughts. And now they're going to go over to the monitor to take a look at it. Again, 8 minutes and 22 seconds left in the opening quarter. 4-2 our score. Purdue Fort Wayne on top of Western Illinois. You see Don the Mastodon in the background, behind the scorer's table. So far in the early going, each team is 1 for 3 from the floor. Western is 0 for 1 from three-point range. And Purdue Fort Wayne, thanks to Anna Loppencooper, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Rebounds favoring Purdue Fort Wayne 2-1. Western leads in blocks 2-0. And neither team has collected a steal as of yet. Each team has turned the ball over once. And again, they are looking at the monitor to determine whether that ball went off of Shayla Sellers or off of Western Illinois. J.D. Gravina, not a happy head coach for Western right now. Leathernecks have brought in Sam Pryor, a 6-foot redshirt junior from Elgin, Illinois. In fact, they have called another foul on Danny Nichols, her second. So she's on the bench right now. Sanders, top of the key, hands it off to Ott. Ott, left-hand layup, short. Sanders, put back, yes. First points for the senior from Wayne High School. 6-2, Purdue Fort Wayne on top. Just over 2 minutes in. Errant pass from Kaufman trying to hit Zars in the right block, but it's deflected out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Leathernecks. Grace Gilmore will inbound it. Lob pass intended for Zars. She can pick it up because it did go beyond mid-court. Gets the ball to Pryor. Pryor hands it off to Flores. Now to Zars. Top of the key three. No. Rebound fought for. Sanders gets it up to Albrecht. Nikki up the right side of the floor. Kicks it back to Loppencooper. Loppencooper wants to attack. Kicks it back out. Sellers now on the right side. Albrecht. They go back from Sanders to Loppencooper. Her three off the iron, no good. Rebound Zars. Outlet pass up the floor to Carla Flores. Skip pass on the rough side for Gilmore. Back up top, Flores drives the left side, dishes off to Zars underneath, off the glass and in. Evan Zars with her first points. 6-4, the Mastodon lead cut to 2 as we near the 7-minute mark, time left in the opening quarter. Sanders hands the ball off to Ott. Ott dribbles the left side, kicks it off to Albrecht. Albrecht watched by Gilmore. In the paint, now Sellers. Back to Albrecht, 8 on the shot clock. Albrecht attacks, spin moves, looks for help, turnaround jumper, off the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Gilmore. Up the right side to Zars. Zars, not a Pryor. Pryor watched by Sellers. Ball knocked away by Sanders. Good play by Shatwaya Sanders. Head to Loppencooper. Loppencooper straight up the gut. Right-hand layup, no good. Grace Gilmore with the carom, and back come the Leathernecks left to right. Trailing 6-4. Kaufman to Zars. Zars will try a three. Off the rim, no good. Sanders has it knocked away. Scrum on the floor, jump ball on the possession arrow will favor Western Illinois. 6:07, time left, first quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne, 6, Western Illinois, 4. Pryor into Zars, and she steps out of bounds. Good defense from Ellie Dykstra, who checked in prior to the inbounds pass. Ellie, a 6'1" sophomore from Byron Center, Michigan. 6 minutes left, quarter number 1. Mastodon 6, Leathernecks 4. Purdue Fort Wayne with the basketball, going from right to left. Dykstra, right side to Ott. In the paint, pass deflected, picked up by Sellers. 12 on the shot clock, back to Loppencooper. Loppencooper around the horn to Hannah Hess. Back to Loppencooper. Step back jumper, good. Loppen Cooper's first bucket. She has 4 points. Purdue Fort Wayne on top 8-4. Back comes Olivia Kaufman. Misses the bunny. Rebound Loppen Cooper. Mastodons on the run. Loppen Cooper kicks it off to Dykstra on the left side. Ellie Dykstra at 2 dribbles. Tries to force a shot up. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue Fort Wayne with 5:17 left here in the first quarter. Mastodons on top 8-4. They are 3 for 10 from the floor. Western Illinois 2 for 7. Loppen Cooper to Sellers. Kicks it back out to Hess. In the corner, Loppen Cooper's 3 partially blocked, picked up by Dykstra. And now we got a whistle and a 3-second call called against Purdue Fort Wayne. Mentioned Hannah Hess. She had a career night in Macomb. 5 3-point field goals, 19 points overall in the first go-around between these two schools. Flores with the ball, watched by Hess. Looking for Zars in the right block. Wants to go to work on Dykstra. Makes the shot and draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Ellie Dykstra. That is her first, team second. And we have our first media timeout of the ball game. So the clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in this first quarter. And our score, Purdue Fort Wayne 8, Western Illinois 6, with a free throw coming up. Time for a break as from Arnie Ball Court. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Life is busy. Most days you wake up, make the coffee, get the kids dressed, and get them out the door. With everything else there is to do in a day, finding a doctor can take a lot of time. You have to ask your friends for recommendations, search online, sort through results, and make a dozen phone calls. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call. All you need is a single phone number, 844-LHN-DOCS. That's right, with one phone call, you can schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in the Lutheran Health Network. And with 20 locations throughout Allen County, there's a Lutheran Health physician close to you. Call 844-LHN-DOCS to find a new doctor or make an appointment. Finding a doctor with just one phone call? That's life. Powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court. 4:56 left here in the opening quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne leading Western Illinois 8-6. Evan Zars trying to complete a 3-point play with a free throw, and she does, picking up her 5th point. And now it's an 8-7 ball game. Anna Loppen Cooper, senior from Germany, with the basketball. For the white-clad Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, her 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Zars with the rebound, outlet pass to Sam Pryor. Pryor up to Olivia Kaufman. Kaufman to the foul line, kicks it back to Zars. Now left side Pryor for 3, yes. Sam Pryor has played very well as of late, and she gives Western the lead at 10-8. 4:25, time left first quarter. Riley Yott with the ball for the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. Right wing pass to Loppen Cooper. Loppen Cooper, 2 dribbles, kicks it back to Ott. Lob pass into Sanders. Turnaround jumper, yes. Latoya Sanders with her 2nd bucket. And we're knotted at 10. 4:05 left first quarter. Kaufman on the left side, watched by Dykstra. Skip pass right side for Zars. It's the long arm. She's able to corral it. Now to Gilmore. Gilmore cut off by Hess. Back to Zars. Left side Kaufman. Kaufman drives to the left side. Tries to get it down low. Knocked away. Intended for Elizabeth Lutz. Instead, Anna Loppen Cooper brings it over midcourt for Purdue Fort Wayne. Right side pass to Riley Ott. The freshman dribbles to the left. Launches a 3. Off the iron. No good. Fight for the rebound. Picked off by Lutz. I should say Lutz. Elizabeth Lutz. Now they get the ball into Zars. Pryor. And an illegal screen called on Evan Zars. Her first foul. Team foul number 3. So the ball goes back over to Purdue Fort Wayne with 3:22 left in this first quarter. Game tied at 10 points apiece. Ellie Dykstra will inbound the ball to Anna Cooper. By the way, Hannah Albrecht checks in. Riley Ott gets her first break of the night. For the Mastodons, Cooper in the paint. Hands it back to Albrecht. Inside bounce pass to Sanders. Going to go to work on Zars. Spin left, spin right. Forces a shot up. Blocked by Zars. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Shatoya Sanders. Good play by Zars, the sophomore, to get the ball back into the hands of Western Illinois. Quickly up the floor, Olivia Kaufman. Looking for Zars. Ball knocked away by Cooper. Kaufman picks it up almost near midcourt. Now to Gilmore. Gilmore wants to attack the left side, and before the shot, there's a foul called by Kalai Enterline. Foul's going to be on Hannah Hess, her first, team third. So a fresh 30 seconds for Western Illinois with 2:52 left in the quarter. Riley Ott checks back in. Hannah Hess checks out for Purdue Fort Wayne. Grace Gilmore will inbound it. Again, the 5'10 junior from Heartland, Wisconsin. They get the ball to Zars. Right side three, yes. Zars on fire already with 8 points in this first quarter. 13-10, Leathernecks with the lead. Mastodons with the ball. Ott trying to direct traffic. Dribbles to the left, wants to attack. Watched by Lutz. Now to Dykstra. 10 on the shot clock. Dykstra wants to go to work on Pryor. Cut off, gets it back to Sanders. Turnaround baseline jumper long, no good. Kaufman with the rebound. Western on the run, up ahead to Gilmore. Gilmore tries to get Zars down low, and reverse layup is good. Evan Zars picking up where she left off in January in Macomb. Now with 10 points. 5-point Western lead, 15-10. Cooper pull-up jumper, yes. On Cooper now with a half a dozen. 15-12. Western's lead cut to 3. Inside pass to Gilmore. Back to Zars. Thought about a 3, gives it instead to Lutz. Lutz near the foul line, brings it back out, passes to Gilmore. Gilmore watched by Ott. Gilmore wants to drive down low. Pryor off the glass and in. Count it in the foul. Foul's going to be on Shatoya Sanders, her first, team fourth. Western coming alive here in the latter stages of this first quarter. Sam Pryor a chance for a conventional three-point play. Pryor on the season, a 64% free throw shooter. 16 out of 25. That free throw is good as well. So Western on a run. They've upped the lead to 6, 18-12. 1:22 time left first quarter. Riley out with the basketball for Purdue Fort Wayne. Dribbles to the left. Watched by Lutz. Passes to Albrecht on the right side. Bounce pass on the right block to Sanders. Skip pass back out to Sellers. Thought about a 3. Wants to attack instead. Driving on Pryor. Bank shot good. Shayla Sellers, whose dad played for Wisconsin, Ohio State, and a number of years in the NBA. Coming back quickly. Danny Nichols. Does a shot count? Count the bucket, and the foul is on Riley Ott. For Ott, that is her first foul, team foul number 5. 52 seconds left in the quarter. It is now 20-14 Western Illinois. Nichols will try to make it 21-14, and she doesn't. Rebound pulled down by Sanders, who now has 5 rebounds here in the ball game. 20-14. Western with the lead. Purdue Fort Wayne with the ball. Down to 38 seconds. Time left first quarter. Ott on the right side. Driving on Lutz. Left-hand shot. No good. We got a whistle on the foul. And the foul is going to be on Elizabeth Lutz. Her first, team fourth. And Riley Ott will go to the line. Flores checks in for Western Illinois. And Evan Zars with 10 points checks out. Ott's first of 2 free throws is good. She now has 3 points. 20-15. 20-16 is the next free throw good as well. Macedon's 4 of 4 from the line. Sanders out, Hess back in for Purdue Fort Wayne. 34 plus 4.4 seconds left in this quarter. So a little over 3-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Kaufman with the ball, watched by Loppencooper. Near midcourt. Kaufman trying to back on it down. Dribbles in, dribbles back. Still with the dribble. Like a 1-4 clear out right now for Western Illinois. 8 on the shot clock. Kaufman gives up the dribble, gets it to Pryor. Pryor goes down low. Lutz misses the shot. Oh my God. Mark Berger was going to call shot clock violation. Shot went in. Jamie Broderick made a call. What are they going to do? They're going to go look at the monitor to see if it was a made bucket or a shot clock violation. So this will be interesting. 3.4 seconds showing on the first quarter game clock. And the key element is you did the ball. Leave the hands before the shot clock went off. The inside pass. Right now, based on what we can see, inconclusive. And they're going to run it back again. Boy, it's a hopefully unbiased call, but from my angle, when I could see it, almost looked like the ball did not go in. Did not leave the hand until after the shot clock expired. So they're going to disallow the bucket. It'll be a shot clock violation on Western Illinois instead. Purdue Fort Wayne to inbound the ball. Sellers to Loppencooper. 3, 2, 1. Can she get it off? No. Could not get the shot off in time. And the first quarter has come to an end. A little bit of offense here in quarter number 1. Western Illinois leading after one period of play, 20-16. Second quarter coming up next. As from Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Technology Truths, brought to you by Geico.
Technology Truths.
Truth, you talk faster when your phone has only 1% battery left.
Hey, hon, what's up?
Hey, sweetie, can you pick up Kitty Litter fabric softener? Oh, the lemony fresh kind. And French vanilla non-dairy creamer on your way home from work.
What?
Truth, it's so easy to switch and save on car insurance at Geico.com.
Why are you talking like that?
Gotta go. I'm taking Kevin to Taekwondo and I only have a...
Honey? Hello?
Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Back here at Arnie Ball Court, second quarter about to get underway. Western Illinois enjoying a 4-point lead at 20-16. Trying to clear the court so that the players can begin the second quarter. It'll be Purdue Fort Wayne basketball at midcourt. And they've got Sellers, Ott, Albrecht, Shatoya Sanders and Loppencooper, the original starting five. Western will counter Kaufman, Zars, Gilmore, Flores. Right now, Albrecht has the ball and an errant pass. Riley Ott zigged. Hannah thought she was going to zag, and it's a turnover on Purdue Fort Wayne. Kaufman over midcourt to Flores on the left side. Looking down low. First Kaufman, then Zars. Now Kaufman driving on Sellers. Shot up and in. Olivia Kaufman's first points of the ball game, averaging nearly 17 points, but she was scoreless in the first quarter. 6-point Leatherneck lead, 22-16, 40 seconds into quarter number 2. Top of the key three by Ott, off the iron, no good. Zars with the rebound. Outlet pass to Gilmore. Gilmore up the left side of the floor, now dribbles to her right, back to her left, driving on Loppencooper, cut off. Back up top to Zars, right side to Lutz. Lutz in the corner, Kaufman down low. Zars over Sanders, shot up, no. Oh, they're going to call foul on Shatoya Sanders. Wow. And that will be her second personal. First team foul of the quarter. Just over a minute in. So Evan Zars, who had a healthy 10-point first quarter, at the line for 2. And the first free throw, in and out, no good. Zars averaging a little over 8 points a game. Just a 47% free throw shooter. Now 1 of 2 from the line, gets her next opportunity right here. And that one is good. 11 points for Zars. And it's a 23-16 Western Illinois lead. Albrecht on the left wing, top of the key to Sanders. Sanders watched by Zars. Hands it off to Albrecht. Albrecht watched by Gilmore. Thought about a 3, gives it the dribble, looks for help, passes to Ott. Ott watched by Kaufman. 8 on the shot clock. Ott, in, out, in, left-hand shot, and she's fouled. Oh! Don's possibly got a break. The foul's on Olivia Kaufman. Her first team foul of the quarter. And 2 free throws coming up for Riley Ott. First one off the iron, off the rim again, no good. So Ott now 2 for 3 at the line. Again, averaging nearly 11.5 points a game. 75% foul shooter. Hits the second. So Riley Ott with 5 points, and Western Illinois' leads cut to 6, 23-17. Gilmore drives the left side, and she picks up her first points of the ball game. Leatherneck's back on top by 8, 25-17. 8:10 left here in the second quarter. Shayla Sellers, foul on extended left, gives it to Sanders. Sanders going to try to back Zars down. Passes it out to Albrecht. Albrecht, pull-up jumper. Yes! Hannah Albrecht's first points of the night. Makes it 25-19. 7:50 to go until halftime. Kaufman kicks it back to Zars. She'll launch a 3. Off the rim, no. Sanders with rebound. Should be number 7. I think it's going to call it number 6 instead. Albrecht, cut off by Gilmore. Back to Loppencooper. Bounce pass to Sanders. Give and go to Ott. Nice play, but Riley couldn't make the bucket. Zars with the board. Outlet pass to Danny Nichols. Into the left corner. Flores for 3, no good. Shatoya Sanders with the rebound. Hands it off to Loppencooper. Western now 10 out of 17 from the floor. 2 for 7 from three-point land. Ott, bounce pass in the right block to Sanders. Give and go to Sellers. Loses the basketball. Picked up by Carla Flores. She'll bring it up the right side over midcourt. Now pass to Zars on the left. Hands it off to Gilmore. Gilmore. Back to Zars. Down low to Flores. Back to Zars. Right side to Nichols. Nichols drives. Left-hand layup. Good. Danny Nichols now with 6 points. Western 27. Purdue Fort Wayne 19. 6:36 left until halftime. Albrecht on the left side, top of the key to Shatoya Sanders. And on the right side to Ott. Ott dribbles a couple of times, gives it to Albrecht, top of the key. Albrecht, pull-up jumper, no. Put back by Sanders, no, but Shatoya's fouled, and she'll shoot 2. Foul is on Carla Flores. Her first, team second. So the clock is stopped with 6:19 left here in the second quarter. Hannah Hess checks in for Riley Ott. And Shatoya Sanders at the line for 2. And the first one is good. She now has 5 points tonight. 27-20. 27-21. Sanders, by the way, came into the game hitting 30 out of 40 free throws. She's now 32 out of 42. She'll get a break as Jazzy Hughes makes her first appearance, junior out of Tucson, Arizona. Zars down low, misses the bunny, thought she was fouled, no call. Albrecht up the right side, hands it off to Loppencooper, 3 on the way, no. Hughes fighting for the rebound, but it's controlled instead by Gilmore. Gilmore up the right side now to Danny Nichols. Nichols hands it back to Gilmore, bumped by Sellers, player control foul on Gilmore. That is the first foul on Grace. It's the third team foul on Western Illinois. So the ball goes back over to the Mastodons with 5:52 left in the quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne trails by 6, 27-21. Loppencooper hands it off to Albrecht. And out. Oh, they're going to call the block. And I think the block on Gilmore again, and J.D. Gravina is livid. And he might have a point on the last one, in all honesty, because Hannah Albrecht stuck her left arm out. But she got the favorable call. Sam Pryor checks in. Albrecht pull-up jumper. No. Zars with the boards, tied up by Hughes. And they're going to call foul on Jazzy Hughes. Her first, team second. So Western will put the ball into play with 5:33 left in the quarter, leading 27-21. Kaufman, bumped by Loppencooper, no call. Bounce pass into Zars. Zars fouled by Hughes as she goes to the basket. No secret what Western Illinois wants to do. Get the ball into their post person. So Jazzy Hughes, by the way, hi to mom, dad, and the family and the friends, be it both in Tucson and in Las Vegas. Jazzy will head to the bench. Niecy Nelson talking to her. Evan Zars back at the free throw line for 2. And the first one is no good. Here's the second. That's no good either. And I think they're going to call a foul on Ellie Dykstra. And that's her second personal foul. 4th team foul, so the fouls are starting to add up. Leathernecks will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Now play resumes. Shot bounces off the rim a couple of times by Nichols and drops through. Danny with 8 points now. The lead is 8 for Western Illinois, 29-21 as we near the midway part of the second quarter. Loppencooper to Ott. Wraparound pass on the right block to Troya Sanders. Spin move, shot knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue Fort Wayne, and we've got our media timeout for the second quarter. Clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Our score, Western Illinois 29, Purdue Fort Wayne 21. From Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Find your path and empower your future at Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Seize opportunity with small classes, top faculty, and a degree that moves you forward. Experience everything and become anything with an education as unique as you are. Explore our degree programs and learn more about important application information by visiting pfw.edu/future. We are Purdue University, Fort Wayne, and this is an education with purpose.
Macedon's inbound the basketball following the media timeout. Riley Ott fouled as she goes up for a shot. Foul's going to be on Olivia Kaufman, and that is foul number 2 on Kaufman. So Danny Nichols, Olivia Kaufman, and Grace Gilmore each with 2 personal fouls. And there's still 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in this second quarter. It's also the 5th team foul, so Riley Ott, well, she was going to shoot 2 free throws anyway, but she hits the first. Going for point number 7, and she's got it with the second one. She is now 5 out of 6 from the foul line. 29-23. Western on top by 6. Going from left to right, wearing the traveling purple uniforms with gold trim, and a little bit of white. Elizabeth Lutz with the ball up top to Pryor. Pryor watched by Hess, back in the right wing to Lutz, and she'll launch a 3. No. Czar's offensive rebound. Back up top. Lutz again for 3. That's no good. Ott post on the rebound for Purdue Fort Wayne. The freshman flies up the middle of the court to the foul line. Backs it up. Launches a 3. In and out. No. Fights for the rebound. Her and Kaufman. Are they going to call foul on Kaufman or foul on? Foul's going to be on Kaufman, and that's number 3. So the team's leading scorer, Olivia Kaufman, is going to get a little more bench time here in the second quarter. Loppen Cooper in, Sanders out, or Hess is out as well. So you have got Loppen Cooper, Sellers, Dykstra, Albrecht. Riley Ott will shoot 2 more. As Western Illinois is over the limit. First one, got the friendly roll. Going for point number 9. And this one is good. So Ott has hit 4 free throws in a row. In fact, he's hit 5 free throws in a row. And 7 out of 8. Macedon's trailing by 4, 29-25. 4:12 left first in the second quarter. Flores with the ball for Western Illinois. Right side pass to Pryor. Launching a 3. Off the rim, no good. And we're going to have a blockout foul on Evan Czars. And that is her second foul. Western is just starting to pick up fouls left and right. Kaufman with 3. Nichols, Gilmore, and Czars now with 2 each. And Ellie Dykstra will go to the line for the first time tonight to shoot a couple. Sophomore's first one is good. Makes her score 29-26. Ellie Dykstra, 65% free throw shooter this year. Second one off the iron, no good. Albrecht with an offensive rebound. Macedon's maintained possession. They can tie the game with a 3-point field goal right here. 3:53 left here in the second quarter. Right side pass to Albrecht. She'll launch a 3. Swish! Hannah Albrecht with a tray and a deuce, and we are knotted at 29 apiece. 3:39 now, time left in the second quarter. Sam Pryor gives it the dribble, passes to Zars. Zars hands it off to Elizabeth Lutz. Lutz picked up by Loppencooper. Both teams have been in a man-to-man defense from the opening tip. Flores bounce pass right side Zars. Watched by Dykstra. Back to Lutz. 8 in the shot clock. Lutz will launch a 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Shayla Sellers. Passes to Ott, who crosses midcourt. 3:10 left in the half. Macedon's 29, Leathernecks 29. Loppencooper, back up top to Ott. Ott drives the lane. Left-hand layup, good! And Purdue Fort Wayne back on top, 31-29. Back comes Sam Pryor for Western Illinois. On the left wing to Flores. Flores inside the paint, back to Zars. Zars thought about a 3, kicks it back to Flores instead. Back up top now to Pryor. Lob pass, high post Zars. Driving on Dykstra. Shooting and scoring over Dykstra. Evan Zars' 5th field goal of the night. And we're tied at 31 now. 2:27 to go in quarter number 2. Zars will drive the lane. Pull-up jumper, no. Rebound by Pryor, and she's fouled by Sellers. Second foul on Shayla Sellers. It is the 5th team foul on Purdue Fort Wayne, so Western Illinois will go to the free throw line. 2:20 left in the second quarter. Western Illinois 31, Purdue Fort Wayne 31. Sam Pryor at the free throw line, and the first free throw is good. Pryor now with 7 points, and she is 2 for 2 from the line. Next free throw, good as well. So it's the Leathernecks hitting their free throws. Pryor takes a seat. He's got Gilmore back on the floor. Loppencooper over midcourt, left wing pass to Ott. Watched by Lutz. Riley Ott dribbles in, kicks it back to Albrecht. Back in the corner, Ott, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no. We got a whistle underneath, and they're going to call a foul on Ellie Dykstra, which is her 3rd personal foul. That'll bring Michelle Nichols off the bench. Michelle is a 5'10 junior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Replacing Dykstra, who checks out with 1 point and 3 fouls. Also 1 rebound to her credit. Evan Zars hits the first of 2 free throws. Boy, she has had a big first half. She has 14 points. Make it 15 as the next free throw is good. And a 30-second timeout called by Purdue Fort Wayne. 2:03 left here in quarter number 2. Western Illinois stretches their lead to 4. It is now 35-31. Leathernecks 13 of 25 from the floor for 52%, just 2 of 11 from three-point range, little over 18%, and they've converted 7 of 11 free throws for just under 64%. Zars with 15 points, Nichols with 8, Sam Pryor with 8, Gilmore and Kaufman 2 points each, and for Purdue Fort Wayne, they're 9 of 30 from the floor for 30%, just 1 of 7 from three-point range for 14%, but they've converted 12 of their 14 free throw opportunities for just under 86%. Nichols on the right side, watched by Zars, wants to drive, kicks it into the corner, Loppencooper to Hess. Hess with the dribble, still 12 on the shot clock. Hess dribbles in, dribbles out, gives it to Nichols. Nichols pull-up jumper, off the rim, no. Rebounded by Judah Gittinger, who's in the game for the first time. And we got a whistle and a foul. I believe it's going to be called on Hannah Hess. And that is her second foul. Clock showing 1 minute and 33 seconds left, and there's the push. Left hand on the back of Lutz. So Elizabeth Lutz will go to the line for 2. First free throw attempts of the night. First one around the rim and out. Lutz, an 87% foul shooter, coming in at 14 out of 16, averaging just over 5 points a game. Second free throw. That's no good, but getting it with the offensive rebound, so Western maintains possession. Flores, top of the key, into the right corner. Gilmore for 3, in and out, no. Rebound picked up by Hannah Albrecht. To Loppen Cooper, 1:15 left in the half. Western on top, 35-31. Purdue Fort Wayne with the basketball, going right to left. Loppen Cooper back out to Nichols, 3 on the way. Yes! Michelle Nichols with her first points of the game. And that lead is cut to 1, 35-34. Final minute of the first half. Gilmore to Flores, too strong. Loppen Cooper fouled, and she gets the rebound. For Carla Flores, that is foul number 2. 51.3 seconds left. There's a good block out by Anna Loppen Cooper as you look at the replay. Flores on the arm. So Anna Loppen Cooper, who is 2 for 2 at the line so far tonight, getting 2 more opportunities. The senior from Deutschland. First free throw is good. She now has 7 points. Game tied at 35. Free throw number 2. Good as well. Back and forth we go. Now it's the Macedons with a 1-point lead. Prior to Lutz, they go left side to Gilmore. Gilmore attacks the lane, watched by Albrecht in the right corner. 3 on the way, good by Evan Zars. So Zars will put Western Illinois back on top, 38-36. 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. A little over 5-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Ott, bounce pass to Loppen Cooper, 15 on the shot clock. Loppen Cooper on the right side, watched by left, rubs off a Nichols pick, now passes in the left corner to Albrecht. Albrecht dribbles in, dribbles back, launches a 3, off the iron, no! Hess and Nichols fight for the rebound, but is controlled by Western Illinois instead. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, scrum on the floor. Gilmore from half court, no good, and the first half has come to an end. Lots of swinging back and forth with mighty momentum. In the second quarter, Purdue Fort Wayne outscored Western Illinois 20-18, but as the teams head into their respective locker rooms, it is the Leathernecks on top by a score of 38-36. Time for a break. Lutheran Health Network halftime report coming up, and out of the break, our halftime chat with Mastodon head coach Niecy Nelson. Again, after 20 minutes of play, our score, Western Illinois 38, Purdue Fort Wayne 36. From Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Life is busy. Most days you wake up, make the coffee, get the kids dressed, and get them out the door. With everything else there is to do in a day, finding a doctor can take a lot of time. You have to ask your friends for recommendations, search online, sort through results, and make a dozen phone calls. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call. All you need is a single phone number, 844-LHN-DOCS. That's right, with one phone call, you can schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in the Lutheran Health Network. And with 20 locations throughout Allen County, there's a Lutheran Health physician close to you. Call 844-LHN-DOCS to find a new doctor or make an appointment. Finding a doctor with just one phone call? That's life. Powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Geico presents Unhelpful Home Improvement How-Tos.
A slippery bathroom floor can result in expensive hospital bills. So today, I'll show you how to cushion a serious fall by filling your bathroom with thousands of plastic balls. Just nail a piece of plywood across the doorway and dump in 2,000 multicolored plastic balls.
You could try to protect yourself with a bathroom full of plastic balls, or you could get liability coverage through the Geico Insurance Agency. Visit geico.com and see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
A cardio risk heart scan is a painless, non-invasive test that can allow for early detection and intervention of coronary artery disease. It's simple, takes about 30 minutes, and costs just $50. Don't wait. Schedule today at one of 7 convenient Lutheran Health Network locations. No referral necessary. To learn more and determine your eligibility, visit lutheranhealth.net/cardiorisk. That's life, powered by Lutheran.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Lutheran Health Network Halftime Report. A midweek encounter between the Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons and the Leathernecks from Western Illinois University. Second meeting between the two this year. In time for us to chat with Mastodon head coach Nisi Nelson. And Nisi, this completes a 3-game homestand tonight. A couple of opportunities gone by the wayside. The woulda, coulda, shouldas, but you can't change what's happened in the past. But you have a chance tonight to put a dent in the Summit League standings. Western has been one of the better teams in the conference, and they come into this matchup third in the league behind only South Dakota and South Dakota State.
Yeah, we're excited about this matchup. You know, the first time around we played really well, both on the offensive and defensive end at times. And in that first matchup, we really didn't have a Shatoya Sender. She sprained her ankle early on in the game. And with Hannah Albrecht, she was out. 3 breakout performances last game with some season highs. I think gives us confidence going into this game.
Let's talk Shatoya first. 12 points, a career high, 17 rebounds, and 4 block shots. And you and I spoke briefly last time out about she has a desire to lead the league in rebounding and be up there in block shots as well. It almost seems like when she puts her mind to it, and she forgets about the leg injury she's had, she can be very forceful inside.
Absolutely. These last few games, she's had a different mindset. And when you come in with the mindset that you are going to out-rebound everybody on the floor, and when you demand the ball, you get numbers just like she did.
And I'm spinning a broken record, but Riley Ott is becoming Riley Ott, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to do, not just finishing out this her freshman year, but for the next 3 years. She's got a never say die attitude. No matter what the score is, she's going to give it her all. And at 5'5", she's not afraid to go inside the trees, and she had 17 points.
You know, she is so exciting to watch, and probably one of the premier freshmen in this conference, specifically because she does not know any fear. Going into every opponent, every match, dating back all the way to her very first Division I basketball game. You know, this kid comes in with a focus to get to the rim, and one of those attitudes of whatever the team needs me to do, I will do.
It's hard to believe we're already in the second half of the conference season, and the games are whittling down until postseason play in Sioux Falls. and you're still in the thick of it. I mean, it may come down to the game against Omaha in a couple of weeks here, but you've got the chance to play spoiler tonight, as I mentioned earlier. Western has been well coached for many years. JD is in his 9th year in Macomb, but and they've got some good players. Evan Zars up front. I'm looking forward to the battle between Evan and Chatoya. Olivia Kaufman became one of their recent 1,000-point career scorers in the game against you in Macomb. She was a preseason second-team All-Summit League selection. And they've got a couple of other pieces. So in the preparation for this game, and I want to ask you this question before, but I'll ask it again. When you've got a number of parts that can really be damaging to you, do you concentrate on mainly one of the two players from the other team, or do you work more often on what you want your players to do?
Well, one, on the defensive end, what we want to do is we want to limit players' strengths. So scout becomes really, really important. So we got to key in on taking away their major individual strengths. And then as a team, like their biggest strength is their transition offense. So for us, the thing that we worked on yesterday is making sure that we're sprinting back in transition, making sure that we're not getting buried in the key, and making sure that when we turn around, we know where those three-point shooters are. Our hound has to be in tune. That's Anna Cooper, and she does normally set our defensive tone. She has to do a good job like she did in the last game in that first quarter against Kaufman, because Kaufman is just one of those players that knows that she needs to be firing on all cylinders to propel her team to wins, and she's been doing that lately.
And you mentioned Anna Cooper on the offensive side in Macomb. She had 18 points. Riley had 19. And another possibility, Hannah Hess, your redshirt junior, had her career night knocking down 5 threes, 3 in a row in the third quarter, which forced Western to call a timeout, and she ended up with 19 points. If you could get 19 out of her tonight, I think it's going to be a W.
Absolutely. And the thing that we talked about yesterday and today is confidence, and our players have to come out knowing that they are the better team and putting their foot on the gas, and when they put their foot on the gas, making sure that they don't look back. So for us, we got to get going early. We got to be the aggressor. We talked about making sure that we attack the basket. And then, again, being just confident in those open shots. We're getting open shots. Now we got to hit them down. Now we got to knock them down.
We're playing on a Tuesday night. I haven't played too many Tuesday nights during the season. Mainly it's been a Thursday or a Friday or over the weekend. Do you do anything differently because you're playing earlier in the week?
No, it's a rough turnaround there. We played Thursday, Saturday, and now Tuesday, but so did Western, and Western had to travel. So we got to look at that as we have the advantage going into this game and really take advantage of it.
It's an opportunity to put a dent in things in terms of where Western wants to be, and it can be a great dosage of self-confidence for your ball club. They can play with this team and they can beat this team. You know it, I know it, hopefully the players know it. Now can they do it?
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun second half.
Time to say hi.
Hi, Mom and Dad. You're listening.
Nisa Nelson, our guest here on the Lutheran Health Network Halftime Report. We'll take a break, come back to Arnie Ball Court in a moment as this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. I'm Mike Maz. Halftime in our matchup between the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons and the Western Illinois Leathernecks. Leathernecks lead at halftime by a score of 38-36. It was a back-and-forth game early on, halfway through the first quarter. Mastodons led 8-6. Western rallied, and when the first quarter came to an end, they were on top 20-16. They were up by 8, 29-21, with just over 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And again, Purdue Fort Wayne rallied primarily from freshman Riley Ott, and a key three-point field goal from Michelle Nichols as well. And they closed the gap to 2. Again, they trail at the break 38-36. The numbers after 20 minutes of play. Western Illinois 14 of 28 from the floor for 50%. They are 3 of 13 from three-point range for 23%, and they have hit just 7 of 13 free throw attempts for just over 53%. They are led in scoring by their 6'2 sophomore out of Shawnee, Kansas, Evan Zars. Evan has 18 points. 6 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 5 from threes, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 8 points from Danny Nichols, 4 points in each quarter. 8 points from Sam Pryor. 6 of hers came in the first quarter. 2 points for Grace Gilmore, and just 2 points for leading scorer Olivia Kaufman. Kaufman again averaging just under 17 points a game. And in the first score-around in Macomb in January, Kaufman ended up with 19 points, but in the first half tonight, she has just 2. For the Mastodons, they are 10 of 33 from the floor for just over 30%. They are 2 of 9 from three-point range for 22%, but what has kept them in the ballgame is hitting 14 of 16 free throws for just under 88%. We mentioned the freshman Riley Ott with 11 points. 8 points for Anna Loppencooper, 6 points for Shatoya Sanders, 5 points for Hannah Albrecht, 3 from Michelle Nichols, 2 for Shayla Sellers, and 1 for Ellie Dykstra. Battle of the boards right now being won by Purdue Fort Wayne 19-17. Sanders with 8 caroms leads the way for the Mastodons, and Zars with 6 rebounds leads the way for the Leathernecks. Assists 6-4 in favor of Western. Steals 2 each. Blocks, all Western Illinois. 6 blocks, including 3 from Evan Zars. Turnovers, Western turned it over 7 times. Purdue Fort Wayne just 5 times, but points off turnovers favors Western 7-4. They lead in points in the paint 22-8. Mastodons lead in second chance points 11-2. Western leads in fast break points 2-0 and bench scoring 8-4. Original starting lineup for Purdue Fort Wayne: Albrecht, Sanders, Ott, Sellers, and who am I missing? Anna Loppencooper. We'll start the second half, and Danny Nichols will inbound the ball to Olivia Kaufman. You've also got Zars. Cut off. Nichols on the right side. Watched by Albrecht. Drives the lane. Cut off. Turn, spin, move. Left-hand shot. Yes. Danny Nichols now in double figures with 10 points. You've also got Carla Flores in as well. So the original starting 5 for each team. Starting the second half. Albrecht bounce pass right block to Sanders. Wants to go to work on Zars. Loses her balance, which he has fouled, and for Evan Zars, that is foul number 3, team foul number 1. We'll see how that plays out 33 seconds into the second half. Loppencooper to inbound the ball underneath her own basket. Kicks it back to Albrecht. Albrecht, watched by Nichols, rubs off a Sanders pick, dribbles to the left. Back up to Loppencooper, wraparound pass. Sanders wants to go to work on Zars. Shot off the glass. No good. Too strong. Rebound, Carla Flores. Lead pass to Gilmore. Off the glass and in. 4 points for Grace Gilmore. Leathernecks up their lead to 6, 42-36. Scoring the first 2 buckets of this second half. Loppencooper, right side, dribbles to her left. Dribbles back, passes to Albrecht right side. Dribbling in the paint, kicks it back, hands it off to Ott. And the ball knocked away, picked up by Western. Again running the break, Nichols off the glass and in. Danny Nichols now with 12 points. And all of a sudden, it is a 6-0 run to start this third quarter for Western Illinois. Ott pull-up jumper. No. Rebound fought for, controlled by Nichols. Coast to coast. She banks it off the glass and in, and timeout called by Purdue Fort Wayne with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in this third quarter. So in the third quarter thus far has belonged to Danny Nichols, who just like that has 14 points. And one thing that Western has done here at the outset of the third quarter, they have run the fast break literally to perfection. They had 2 fast break points in the first half. They've got 6 fast break points here in the early moments of the third quarter alone. So let's see what adjustments Niecy Nelson has for her team, trying to pick up win number 6 on the season. Western 4 for 4 in this first minute and 44 seconds of the third quarter, and the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons 0 for 2. I mentioned Nichols now with 14 points, again Zars with 18. They are leading Western Illinois in scoring. It will be Mastodon basketball. They'll be going from left to right for the entire second half. Loppin Cooper brings it up over midcourt. Dribbles to her left, passes to Ott. Ott dribbles left, tries to drive the lane, is cut off by Kaufman. Back up top to Albrecht. Albrecht dribbles in, dribbles back. Still with the dribble, now passes to Ott in the left corner. Bounce pass inside to Sanders. Shot up and in. Shatoya Sanders with 8 points. 46-38. Gilmore, left side 3, off the iron, no good. Sanders runs down the rebound, her 9th of the night. Ott over midcourt, getting instructions from head coach Niecy Nelson. Right wing pass to Albrecht, knocked out of bounds by Gilmore. Niecy says run play number 2, whatever that may be. Loppin Cooper inbounding the ball. Looking, gets it to Ott. The freshman, couple of dribbles, pull-up jumper, off the rim, no. Sanders, an offensive rebound. Bumped by Zars, but she ends up with a foot on the line. And Niecy Nelson not happy with the call from Jamie Broderick. Gilmore quickly inbounds the ball to Kaufman. Olivia up the floor, already to the top of the key. Bounce pass to Zars. Thought about a 3. Back to Kaufman. They go left side. Gilmore drives the lane. Shot blocked by Sellers, out of bounds. Good play by Shayla Sellers. Not only blocking the shot, but avoiding contact to pick up what would be your 3rd foul. And you get a look at the replay. Sam Pryor at the scorer's table will check in for Evan Zars for Western Illinois. And quickly, Niecy Nelson counters, getting Ellie Dykstra in for Shatoya Sanders. And the chess match is on. Flores inbounding the ball. Gets it to Kaufman. Kaufman again with just 2 points so far tonight. Now to Pryor. Back to Kaufman. Whistle away from the ball. And they're going to get a foul called, I believe, on Shayla Sellers. It will be her 3rd. First team foul of the quarter. That'll get Hannah Hess off the Mastodon bench. 7:06 time left in the third quarter. Leathernecks 46, Mastodons 38. Inbounds pass to Pryor. Watched by Dykstra. Lob pass inside for Danny Nichols. Trying to shoot over Hess. Oh, they're going to call foul on Hannah Hess with the hip. And that is foul number 3 on the redshirt junior from Oregon, Ohio. And now the fouls are starting to add up on the Purdue Fort Wayne side as well. Danny Nichols 0 for 1 at the line tonight. That attempt came back in the first quarter. This free throw attempt is good. Talk about a spark. Nichols has scored 7 of the 9 Western points in this third quarter. The lead up to 9, 47-38. Here's the next free throw. And that's good as well. 10-point Leatherneck lead. 6:53 to go here in the third quarter. On the right side, watched by Olivia Kaufman. Dribbles to the left. Right wing pass to Albrecht. Boy, Nikki gets to untracked. Tries to drive, cut off. Spins to her left, passes to Ott. 10 on the shot clock. Ott, left-hand layup, good! Riley Ott now with 13 points. 48-40. Flores coming back for Western. Got away with the travel, made the bank shot. Flores with her first points of the game. 50-40. Albrecht, top of the key three is good. Hannah's second tray, she now has 8. 50-43. Olivia Kaufman comes back for the Leathernecks underneath. Shot up and in. And Kaufman gets her second bucket of the ball game. The track meet is on here at Arnie Ball Court. 52-43, Western Illinois. 5:48 to go here in the third quarter. Jumper from Loppencooper is good. Loppencooper now has 10 points. Make that 11 points. Coming right, misses the shot is Pryor. And here come the Mastodons. Ott in the right corner for Loppencooper. Back to Ott. Now to Albrecht, who hands the ball off to Riley Ott, who gives the ball to Anna Loppencooper. 5:13 to go. Loppencooper gets it to Albrecht. 10 on the shot clock. Albrecht dribbles left, dribbles right, dribbles back, passes left. Ott underneath. And they're going to call for a travel. She collided with Kaufman. Shatoya Sanders will check back in. Riley Ott will get a break. 5:03 left in the third quarter. Western Illinois 52, Purdue Fort Wayne 46. Pryor gives it the dribble. Right side, Nichols, 3 on the way. No! Rebound is by Pryor, and what are they going to call? Going to call foul on Anna Loppencooper. Her first, team third, and we have a timeout on the floor. 4 minutes, 49 seconds, time left here in the third quarter. Our score, Western Illinois 52, Purdue Fort Wayne 46. From Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Find your path and empower your future at Purdue University Fort Wayne. Seize opportunity with small classes, top faculty, and a degree that moves you forward. Experience everything and become anything with an education as unique as you are. Explore our degree programs and learn more about important application information by visiting pfw.edu/future. We are Purdue University Fort Wayne, and this is an education with purpose.
In its 4th decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Welcome back, everybody, to Arnie Ball Court. 52-46, Western Illinois with the lead in the basketball. Nichols misses the bunny, blocked out by Dykstra. Gets the ball to Loppencooper. On a Loppencooper, who has 11 points now tonight. Hands it off to Hannah Hess. Boy, Hess had 19 points in the first go-around. Gives it to Dykstra, back up top to Albrecht. 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Albrecht, one dribble to the right, three off the iron, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Carla Flores. Shatoya Sanders has 8 points and 10 rebounds. If she gets 2 more points, she'll be the first Mastodon with back-to-back double-doubles since Kiana Gary pulled the trick back in 2016. Inbounds pass to Albrecht. They get the ball inside Sanders, and there's your 10 points for the double-double. Toya got the friendly roll. More importantly, Purdue Fort Wayne closest to within 4. They trail 52-48. Ball inside to Gilmore, and we got a whistle and a foul on Hannah Albrecht. That is her first foul tonight. It is team foul number 4 of the quarter. Leathernecks will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Flores looking. Gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore driving on Albrecht. Kicks it back out. Czar's back in the game. A 3 on the way. No good. Sanders with rebound number 11 to Loppencooper. AC Nelson says slow it down just a tad. Loppencooper right wing pass to Albrecht. Albrecht watched by Gilmore. Kicks it out to Hess. Hess 2 dribbles to the right. Spin move to the left. Gets it to Albrecht. Albrecht at the elbow. Gets it back to Hess. There's a 3 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Carla Flores. Flores brings it over midcourt herself. Ball nearly knocked away by Loppencooper. Flores maintains possession. Now to Kaufman. Kaufman into the corner. Nichols, baseline drive. Underneath. Czars double teamed. They get it back out. Flores on the wing. Kaufman, left side 3. Yes. 3-point field goal for Olivia Kaufman, now with 5 points in the quarter, 7 points in the game. 55-48. 3:06 to go in the quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne down by 7. Albrecht, right side 3, no. Dykstra knocked to the floor, and they're going to say last touch. They're going to call a foul on Danny Nichols, and that is number 3 on Nichols. Second team foul in the quarter on Western Illinois. So now they're trying to get things. Kaufman checks out. Lutz checks in. Inbounds pass to Albrecht. Back to Loppencooper, back to Albrecht. Less than 3 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Albrecht rubs off a Sanders pick, drives the lane, shot off the glass and in. Hannah Albrecht now with 10 points tonight. 55-50. Gilmore, bumped by Sanders. That will be foul number 3 on Shatoya Sanders. And more important, it's foul number 5 on the team in the third quarter. So free throws coming up for Grace Gilmore. Gilmore with 4 points so far tonight. First free throw is good. 56-50. Second free throw, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Shatoya Sanders. Ahead to Hannah Albrecht. 2:33 to go in the quarter. Western Illinois with a 6-point lead, 56-50. And Albrecht with the ball for Purdue Fort Wayne. Watched by Nichols. Dribbles to the left, dribbles to the right. Arching shot off the rim, no. Loose ball controlled by Elizabeth Lutz. Crosses midcourt. Now left side pass to Gilmore. Gilmore wants to attack on Sanders. Be careful. Shot up. No. Ball tipped away. Tries to save it, but she can't. But they say it's last touch by a Leatherneck, so the ball goes over to Purdue Fort Wayne. 2:03. Time left here in the third quarter. Purdue Fort Wayne trailed by 2 at halftime. They trail by 6 right now. 8 minutes into the third quarter. Ott over midcourt. Left side pass to Hess. Thought about a 3. She had 5 threes in the first matchup in Macomb. Now hands it off to Albrecht. Looking for Sanders. She's covered by Czars. Tells Toya to set a pick. Give and go. Sanders, long jumper. Yes! Sanders, 6 points in the third quarter. And the lead cut to 4, 56-52. Nichols cut off, gets it to Zars. Back over right side, Lutz. Elizabeth Lutz now passes to Flores up top. Flores looks left, dribbles left, wants to drive, cut off by Albrecht, takes the shot, no good. Ball off of Hess last, and it'll stay with Western Illinois. 8 seconds on the 30-second shot clock as Olivia Kaufman checks in for Carla Flores. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Western Illinois 56, Purdue Fort Wayne 52. Gilmore inbounds the ball to Lutz. Lutz dribbles back now to Kaufman. Kaufman's got to drive. Underneath pass to Zars. Zars' first points of the second half. She now has 20. Big bucket for Western Illinois. Albrecht dribbles to the left. Jumper from the foul line is good. Hannah Albrecht with 7 points in this third quarter. 58-54, 48 seconds left in the period. Zars thought about a three from the left side, passed it to Nichols instead. Nichols back to Zars. Now here's your three. They're going to count it. Count it, and a foul away from the ball. This is going to be a big play right here. Oh my, this could become a potential 5-point play. Count the bucket. And Zars gets the bucket, giving her 23 points. They're going to call a foul on Hannah Hess, which is her fourth. And Gilmore goes to the line for two. And the first one is good. Grace Gilmore now with 6 points. What a big turn of events here. This could become potentially a 5-point play. Second free throw is good. Wow. Let's see how the Macedons respond. Albrecht, pull up on the foul line. She's feeling it. Hannah Albrecht with her fourth field goal of the quarter. 63-56. Shot clock off. 18 seconds left in the quarter. Kaufman watched by Loppencooper from a little bit of a distance. Down to 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Nichols inside for Zars, knocked away, but good play by Riley Ott, and that's how the quarter ends. Defensive play made by the freshman Riley Ott keeps Western off the board. 30 minutes in the books, 10 or more minutes remain. And what a third quarter it was for both teams. Western outscores Purdue Fort Wayne in the third quarter 25-20. Macedons will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. Fourth quarter coming up next. 63-56 Western Illinois after 3. And from Arnie Ball Court, this is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Hang on to your seats. 10 more minutes of basketball left here at Arnie Ball Court. Western Illinois on the strength of a combined 5-point play with 40 seconds left in the period. Up what was a 2-point lead at halftime to a 9-point lead after 3. Purdue Fort Wayne will inbound the ball to start the fourth quarter, going from left to right. Starting 5 on the floor. Ott with the ball on the left side, watched by Gilmore. Dribbles to the left, wants to attack, cut off, kicks it back to Albrecht at the line, gives it back to Ott. Ott, high post Sanders, back to Ott. 12 on the shot clock. Ott dribbles in, dribbles out, dribbles right, dribbles left. Attacks the lane, forces a shot up. No! Sanders with the offensive putback. No! Loose ball and it's controlled by Elizabeth Lutz. Lutz gives it to Kaufman, to Zars. She'll launch a three from the right side. No! And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Riley Ott. She thought she was fouled, but no call from our three officials. Gilmore to inbound. Looking for Kaufman, gets it to Zars instead. Zars with 23 points so far tonight. Now back up top to Elizabeth Lutz. Top of the top of the key to Grace Gilmore. Now right side, Danny Nichols for three, no good. Sanders pulls down rebound number 14. She had 17 rebounds, a career high on Saturday against North Dakota. Riley out with the ball, right wing pass to Albrecht. Albrecht watched by Kaufman. Nikki dribbles to the left, now passes back to the right to Ott. Ott bounce pass inside, intended for Sanders, knocked away, picked up by Gilmore, ahead to Kaufman. Kaufman crosses midcourt, dribbles to the top of the key, hands it off to Nichols. Nichols dribbles to the left, wants to drive on Sanders. Toya, be careful, you got three. Back up top to Lutz. Drives in, kicks it into the corner. Gilmore left side three. No. Lutz with the offensive rebound. Western brings it back. They got the 20 seconds to play with. Less than 8.5 minutes remain. Western 63, Purdue Fort Wayne 56. Kaufman lob pass down low for Danny Hughes, who's fouled by Albrecht. Nichols dished it off underneath. And there'll be free throws coming up for Western Illinois. And Mark Burgers waiting to see what's being called here. And I'm not sure exactly what the call is right now. They're going to look at the monitor. And I'm guessing, if we could look at the replay ourselves, as whether or not it's an intentional foul on Hannah Albrecht. See, Hannah grabbed, I believe that was Zars. Trying to get a little better angle. And this could be huge because if they call an intentional foul, not only will Zars get 2 free throws, Western will maintain possession of the basketball. For Hannah Albrecht, that is her second personal foul, first team foul of the quarter. Clock stopped with 8:21 left. At the moment, it's 63-56, Western Illinois on top. And they're running it back. Again, look in the right block. There's the pass, and there's the grab and the hold by Albrecht. And now Kalai Interline is going to look at it along with Mark Berger. There's a nice pass from Nichols to Zars. Give credit where credit is due there. So this, again, a key call coming up here. Evan Zars, we know, is going to get at least 2 free throws. And now the 3 officials are huddling up to try to make a decision. And this will be interesting. And now they're asking for Nisi. And they're bringing J.D. Gravina and Nisi Nelson to midcourt. I wish I could read lips. Mark Berger is telling our official score. I guess they're going to call an intentional foul. And Olivia Kaufman is at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. And the second one is good. And Western is going to keep the ball. Their lead up to 9 now, 65-56. Nichols wants to drive, cut off, gives it back to Kaufman. Kaufman in the paint, slips, but dishes off to Evan Zars, who will bank it off the glass and in. 67-56. Michelle Nichols in the game, kicks it off in the right corner to Albrecht. Albrecht, watched by Nichols. 7:48 to go. Left side pass to Sellers. Shayla, pull-up jumper, off the glass, count it, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Grace Gilmore. That is her third. First team foul of the fourth quarter on Western Illinois. Get a look at the replay. Nice drive to the basket by the freshman. Chance for a conventional three-point play. Could cut the deficit to 8 if she can make the free throw. And she does. 5 points in the game for Shayla Sellers, 67-59. Back comes Western Illinois. Kaufman onto the bucket, dishes off to Nichols, lays it up over the rim and in. Danny Nichols having an outstanding game tonight. She has got 18 points. 10-point Leatherneck lead. 69-59, 7:19 to go. Nichols, and they're going to call offensive foul on Michelle Nichols. Her first, team second. So Leathernecks will get the ball back. 7:19 to go. Olivia Kaufman quickly up the right side of the floor. Picked up by Loppencooper, wants to attack. Cut off by Anna, spin move, left-hand shot, yes. Olivia Kaufman had 2 points in the first half. She's got 9 points in the second half. 71-59, less than 7 minutes remain. Macedons trail Western Illinois. Loppencooper hands it off to Sellers, to Nichols. Nichols, top of the key jumper, off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound by Shatoya Sanders. Back to Hannah Albrecht. Watched by Lutz. Rubs off a Nichols pick, shot from the foul line. That's off the iron, no good. Gilmore with the carom for Western Illinois. Ahead to Kaufman. 6:28 to go. Gilmore. Bumped by Sellers, ball deflected by Nichols, knocked away, and is picked up by Kaufman. Now to Gilmore. Gilmore driving the lane, dishes off underneath to Nichols. Shot no good. Rebound Sellers. Ahead to Loppencooper. And a timeout called. Timeout Purdue Fort Wayne, and it becomes the media timeout as well. So the clock is stopped with 6:13 remaining. And our score is Western Illinois 71, Purdue Fort Wayne 59. Let's take a break from Arnie Ball Court. This is Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call? That's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
In its fourth decade, the Summit League continues its ascent through excellence in the classroom and success in the field of play. In cities big and small, at public and private universities, more than 120,000 students across 9 institutions reach for the summit. From academic All-Americans to NCAA champions and nationally ranked teams, Summit League student athletes achieve the pinnacle of success. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
Macedons with the hill to climb. They're down 71-59 with nearly 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Riley Ott drives the lane, misses the shot. Rebound by Zars, outlet pass to Kaufman. Olivia Kaufman's had a big fourth quarter, and she is bumped by Shayla Sellers. That will be a foul, and that'll be number foul on Shayla. It is the third team foul in the quarter on Purdue Fort Wayne. The clock stopped with 5:56 remaining. Anna Loppen-Cooper will check back in. Sellers out. Elizabeth Lutz will inbound the ball for Western Illinois. Looking, gets it into Nichols. Nichols hands it back. Lutz from the left corner, her three no good. Loose ball picked up by Danny Nichols to Kaufman. Kaufman wants to drive on Albrecht. Shot no good. Loose ball, and who's the foul going to be on? Oh, they're going to call the foul on Ellie Dykstra with a push. And that is her fourth foul. Fourth team foul. A fresh 30-second shot clock for Western Illinois. With 5:42 remaining, Hannah Hess, who has 4 fouls, will replace Ellie Dykstra, who has 4 fouls. Grace Gilmore, the inbound the basketball, gets it into Nichols. And Nichols will bank it off the glass and in. Danny Nichols makes it 73-59. This game really turned with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. What amounted to a 5-point play. Took a 4-point game to a 9-point game. Michelle Nichols gets the friendly bounce. Picks up her 5th point. 73-61. 5:12 to go. Lutz underneath, kicks it out to Gilmore. Gilmore, turnaround jumper, no good, but she's fouled by Nichols. And she'll go to the line for 2. Second foul on Michelle Nichols, and it's now the 5th team foul on Purdue Fort Wayne. So for the last 5:06, Western will get to go to the free throw line. Grace Gilmore tonight is 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. And this free throw is good. She now has 8 points. Next one, off the rim, no good. Nichols with a rebound, outlet pass, Hannah Albrecht. Halfway through the fourth, Mastodon's down by 13. Nichols will launch a 3. In and out, no. Rebound by Olivia Kaufman, up ahead to Lutz. Now on the wing to Nichols, down in the block to Zars. Give and go, underneath, Kaufman, spin move, shot no good. And they're going to call a foul on Nichols. A push off. That'll be her 3rd. So, Evan Zars will go to the free throw line for 2. She is 4 out of 7 tonight from the free throw line, is Evan Zars. Came into the game hitting just under 47% of her free throws. This free throw off the rim, no good. Zars with a team high and a game high 25 points so far tonight for Western Illinois. Second free throw. That's no good. Jatoya Sanders picks up her 16th rebound, one shy of her career high. Albrecht on the right side. Uses the screen. The 3-point shot, no good. Zars with the rebound. She now has 8 boards tonight. Gilmore, top of the key. Hands it back to Zars. Top of the... Goes to the right, passes to Lutz. Lutz attacks the lane. Tied up by Sellers and Albrecht. And they're going to call a timeout called by J.D. Gravina with 4:10 left. 74-61. Western Illinois on top. This is the only game involving Summit League teams tonight. Tomorrow night, North Dakota State will be at Omaha to take on the Mavericks. Friday night, Oral Roberts visits North Dakota. On Saturday, Omaha is at South Dakota State, and the Mastodons will be in the mile-high city of Denver to take on the Pioneers. And on Sunday, ORU is at North Dakota State, and South Dakota visits North Dakota. South Dakota on top in the Summit League, a conference record of 10-0, an overall record of 19-2. Last report, they were ranked 18th in the country. South Dakota State just a half game behind them. Inbounds pass to Nichols. Watched by Sellers. Shooting over Sellers. No good. Ball deflected. Picked up by Zars. Zars. And Ott goes for a loose ball and is fouled by Kaufman. That is 4 fouls on Olivia Kaufman. It is just the second team foul on Western Illinois in his fourth quarter, but it does stop the clock with exactly 4 minutes remaining. Riley Ott quickly up the right side. Picked up by Gilmore. Dribbles to the left. Looks for help. Bounce pass inside to Sanders. Shooting over Zars. Short. Loose ball picked up by Sellers. Back to Albrecht. Right side three. Yes! Hannah Albrecht with her third triple tonight. And it's 74-64. 3.5 minutes to go. Zars, top of the key. Passes right side to Gilmore. Gilmore wants to go baseline. Kicks it up to Kaufman. Back up top. Nichols for three. No! Rebound. Shatoya Sanders, her 17th of the night. Tying her season and career high. Ott drives to the basket and is fouled, and she'll shoot two. Foul is on Grace Gilmore, her fourth, team third. Western coach J.D. Gravina not happy with the call by the officials. Riley Ott goes to the line for two. She's 7 out of 8 from the line tonight, make it 8 out of 9. Well, Gilmore tried to hold her ground. The next free throw good as well. 74-66. Western by 8. Nichols drives the length of the court, cut off by Sanders. Looks for help, gives it to Lutz. 3 minutes to go. Nichols, foul line extended right, top of the key, Lutz. Lutz, 2 dribbles in, hands it back to Nichols, trying to get Zars in the low block. Spin move, shot up, no good. Got the rebound, put back up and good. Danny Nichols, 6 points in this fourth quarter. 76-66, 2:35 to go. Mastodons with the ball trailing by 10. Ott, right side, watched by Gilmore. Tried to hit Shatoya Sanders, ball kicked. It'll stay with Purdue Fort Wayne. 2:26 time left on the clock. 20 seconds left in the possession. Anna Loppen Cooper will inbound the ball in front of her own bench. Looking. Guy's got to move inside to Ott. Ott dribbles to the left. To Sellers. Right side, Albrecht. She's hit a couple of threes this half. Nikki dribbles in, dribbles out. Pull-up jumper. No! Rebound run, almost run down by Ott. Gallant effort, but off her hands. And well, they're going to say last touch by Western. I'm surprised. So Loppen Cooper will inbound it with 2:12 left. Again, Riley Ott. Sellers will launch a three. Yes! Shayla Sellers. 6 fourth quarter points. 76-69, 2 minutes to go. Lutz, left side pass to Gilmore. Now Nichols. Nichols in the paint. Kicks it off to Lutz. 10 on the shot clock. 1:42 on the game clock. Back to Kaufman. Right wing pass to Zars. Back to Kaufman. 5 on the shot clock. Kaufman drives. Banks it off the glass and in. Olivia Kaufman with 13 points. 78-69. 1:26 to go. Riley Ott top of the key for three. Yes! Ott lights it up. 78-72. 1:13 to go. Nichols, left side, watched by Albrecht. Gives it the dribble, passes to Gilmore. Gilmore wants to drive, kicks it back out to Zars. Gilmore, right side. Dribbles to her left, 12 on the shot clock. Less than a minute to go. Inside to Zars. Back out to Gilmore. Gilmore, partially blocked by Sanders. Loose ball picked up by Ott. 45 seconds to go. Riley Ott crosses midcourt. DC Nelson says, go, go, go. Lappin Cooper for three. No good. Rebound, Nichols fouled immediately, and I think it's by Shatoya Sanders. If it is, that is 4 on her. I think Shatoya Sanders does pick up her 4th foul. Clock stop with 37.9 seconds to go. And Danny Nichols, who has had quite the ball game tonight, 14 points in the second half, 22 points overall, at the line for 2. First one is good. 79-72. All important second free throw. Good as well. And timeout called, I believe, by Purdue Fort Wayne, which would be their last. It'll be a full timeout, but we will keep it here. 37.9 seconds to go. Now you can play the, what do? Do you go for the 3, you go for the 2? It's an 8-point game right now. Leathernecks 80, Mastodon 72. Four Mastodons now in double figures tonight. Riley Ott with 18, Hannah Albrecht with 17, Shatoya Sanders has the exact line she had Saturday at this moment. 12 points, 17 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 4 block shots. And Anna Lappin Cooper with 11. And for Western Illinois, Evan Zars with 25, Danny Nichols now with 24, and Olivia Kaufman with 15. Anna Lappin Cooper will inbound it right in front of us. Leathernecks come back on the floor. Carla Flores has checked in. Nichols, Gilmore, Kaufman. Lappin Cooper looking, gets it into Albrecht. Albrecht, jumper, she's fouled, and she'll shoot 2. And the foul is on Olivia Kaufman, and she's gone. Olivia Kaufman fouls out with 35 seconds to go. And let's see how that plays out. It is the 4th team foul on Western Illinois in the quarter, but Kaufman's night is done. Hannah Albrecht, who is amongst the league leaders in free throw shooting percentage, 81%, going to the line for 2, going to the line for the first time tonight. First one, in, out, and out. Ouch, that hurts. By the way, Sam Pryor has checked in for Kaufman. Second free throw around the rim and out, no good. Gilmore to the rebound. Gets it to Flores, who's fouled immediately by Riley Ott. Clock stop now with 32 seconds remaining. Oh, that hurt. And Albrecht, unfortunately, has 17 points tonight, but missed those 2 free throw attempts. So Carla Flores goes to the line for the first time tonight. She's scored 2 points. They came in the third quarter. And the first free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Flores came into the game hitting just under 61% of her free throws. This is a big one for both teams. 8-point game at the moment. Free throw on the way and good. Sanders checks in for Hannah Hess. Sellers will roll the ball, picked up by Albrecht at midcourt. Down to 30 seconds to go. Albrecht knocked away, picked up. What's she gonna do? Gets it to Ott. Precious seconds going off the clock. Oh, 3-point shot, no good, but Sanders gets it, puts it up and in. And a quick foul, or is it a timeout? Yeah. Foul's on Loppen Cooper. That's her second foul. 17.9 seconds remaining. 81-74, and Flores goes right back to the line for 2 more. Evans Zars to the scorer's table. Flores, a redshirt freshman out of Spain, and the first free throw is good. 82-74. Zars obviously will go in for Flores if this free throw is good. No good, but offensive rebound by Gilmore. They can run the clock out. And a foul. Nichols will go to the line. The foul's by Riley Ott with 11.7 seconds left. Now Zars will check in. Sam Pryor checks out. And Danny Nichols, who was 4 out of 5 at the line tonight, will go back and shoot 2 more. First free throw, no good. 82-74, 11.7 seconds left. Danny Nichols going for her 25th point tonight. And she's got it. Let's go. Quickly. Albrecht up the floor. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Nichols. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it. That will do it. Gallant effort falls short. As our final score, Western Illinois 83, Purdue Fort Wayne 74. The Leathernecks will improve to 7-4 in the Summit League, 13-11 overall. Mastodons fall to 1-9 in league play, 5-18 overall. And the all-time series now favors the Leathernecks 17 wins to 10. Oh, so close, oh, so far. But boy, what an effort they gave. And more often than not, that's all you can ask. Mastodons heading for their locker room, and we hope to be joined by assistant coach Marcy Alberts momentarily, if I can get the headset set up for her. Marcy, thanks for joining us. Oh, so close, oh, so far. But this team is fighting, and that's one of the things that you and Nisi and the staff are looking for.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's just it's frustrating because it's missed opportunities, and I kind of feel like a broken record because I feel like I say that a lot of times. But, you definitely cannot question their effort or their desire tonight. It's just a couple things here and there, so when we eventually figure it out, we'll make some noise and do some damage, but we definitely need to figure it out here sooner rather than later. Yeah, in the first half, it was the Evans Zars show for Western, and in the second half, Danny Nichols and Olivia Kaufman came to life. Western's got a lot of weapons. Oh, they do, and that's, we wanted to try and make them beat us from outside, but, when you give up 48 points in the paint, that's not doing a real good job of making them beat you from the outside. So, that was something we were concerned with. They did a really good job of attacking and being aggressive and getting to the foul line. I mean, they shot the ball, 33 times at the line? That's a lot of free throws, and we fouled them. I mean, I'm not questioning that by any means. It was them attacking, and us kept putting our hands on there. So, definitely something we can learn from. And going into the Denver game, both teams play very similar. So it's good prep, I guess, for that, especially since we haven't played Denver yet. One can only wonder
with 40.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. It was a 4-point game. As the shot clock is winding down, Evan Zars hits a 3. Whistle blows. They call a flagrant 1 on Hannah Albrecht. And Kaufman hits 2 free throws, and all of a sudden, instead of being down 4, you're down 9.
Yeah.
And it was an uphill battle from that point on.
It is, and that's tough to overcome, but at the same time, we have to learn from that. You got to be intelligent in that situation as far as not putting yourself in that position to get a flagrant or to get an unnecessary foul. But, it's you definitely don't want to go from 4 to 9 in one possession. But at the same time, there was still a lot of time left in the game, and that's something you have to overcome. I think we ended up cutting it maybe back to 6 or even 5. And, it's just little things here and there. We miss a missed layup, a missed box out, allowing them to get to the rim. So, definitely things that are correctable, which is good. But at some point, we got to make those corrections and learn from it.
Couple of positives. Shatoya topped her own record from Saturday with 18 boards, had her second double-double, first Mastodon since Kiana Gary did it in 2016 to have back-to-back double-doubles. And again, she had also had a block and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Hannah Albrecht, who has been struggling since coming back from the injury, she got 17 points tonight, so that's a bright sign. And Riley Ott, 18 points again. So,
yeah, I mean, there's definitely positives that you can take from it. It's not one of those games where you dread going back to watch the film. There's definitely some things that we can look at. I'll give credit. Hannah really struggled the other night shooting the ball. She came out today. She took 18 shots, and we needed her to do that. Yeah. So, you can't question her effort there. And for goodness gracious, Shatoya, my gosh, keep doing it. I mean, that's playing with a desire and a determination, and she's had that. You've seen it over the last couple weeks here in practice, a different Shatoya. And, it's been really good for us on the floor. We got to get other people on the boards the way she is on the boards. And tonight, we did out-rebound them by 1. We got to extend some of those out-reboundings to maybe 10 or 12, and now we're not giving them those second-chance opportunities, and maybe now we're turning some of those into buckets. So, credit to Shatoya for really stepping up and playing a heck of a game, but people got to follow her lead as well.
Well, you get to spend the next, 10, 11 days on the road, Denver, and then your final trip, the North Dakota State, South Dakota State trip. Still a chance to accomplish a number of things, and again, this team has bonded well all season long, and hopefully they'll bond again on the road.
For sure, Mike. I mean, it's people always want to look at the wins, losses, and look at that record, and obviously everybody wants to win, otherwise you wouldn't play the game, but to watch these kids grow and get better each time they go out there, and I can truly say that, we've learned, and anytime we've taken a step backward, we've figured out a way to take 2 steps forward the next time out. So, a lot of teams can't do that. You can't say that. So it's a credit to our kids for listening, learning, and trying to figure it out. Back to the drawing board. We get Denver on Saturday. We haven't seen them yet this year. Like I said, they play very similar to what you just saw tonight with Western. And it's going to be a matter, again, keeping them out of the paint, make them make some long shots to try and beat you and stop that transition. So, we'll figure it out. We've got young kids that are learning as they go. And, I love this team. I mean, they do a lot of good things on the floor. I think as coaches, we can definitely say that. They listen and learn every day. So we'll figure it out again tomorrow.
Safe travels.
Thank you very much.
Assistant Coach Marcy Alberts kindly taken some time to talk with us here on the postgame show. Again, the final was Western Illinois 83, Purdue Fort Wayne 74. Again, it was a 4-point game after 1. Western was on top 20-16. Just a 2-point differential at halftime, 38-36 in favor of the Leathernecks. That 5-point play with 40 seconds to go, and again, that stretched that lead out. In the third quarter, Leathernecks outscored the Macedons 25-20, and in the fourth quarter, they outscored them 20-18. The final 83-74 for the ball game. Western Illinois 29 of 62 from the floor for just under 47%. 5 of 23 from three-point range for just under 22%, and 20 of 33 from the free throw line for just under 61%. And it was a 1-2-3 punch tonight for J.D. Gravina's squad. Evan Zars had 25 points, 18 of them in the first half. Danny Nichols had 25 points, 17 of those points in the second half. Olivia Kaufman, who leads the team in scoring at just under 17 points a game, held to just 2 points in the first half, but she came back with 11 points in the second half, make that 13 points, ended up with 15 points, leaving Sam Pryor with 8 points, Grace Gilmore with 6, and Carla Flores with 4. For the Mastodons, Riley Ott, the freshman from LaPorte, once again tonight, 18 points, including 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Hannah Albrecht with 17 points, including 3 3-point field goals. Shatoya Sanders, she had 12 points and 17 boards and 4 blocks on Saturday. Tonight she had 14 points, 18 rebounds, again a career high, and 1 block shot. Also helped deflect a couple of blocks as well. And Anna Lappen-Cooper, 11 points, including 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Shayla Sellers, the freshman, scored 8 points. 5 points coming off the bench from Michelle Nichols. And 1 point scored by Ellie Dykstra. Battle of the boards ended up going to Purdue Fort Wayne 38-37. Again, Sanders leading the way with 18 for the Mastodons. And Evans Arts with 9 rebounds leading the way for Western Illinois. Assist favored Western 13-9. Steals were even at 4. Blocks favored the Leathernecks 7-2. Turnovers, Western turned the ball over 9 times tonight. Purdue Fort Wayne turned it over 10 times tonight. And looking back and breaking that down briefly, in the second half, Western turned the ball over just twice. And the Mastodons turned it over 5 times. Points off turnovers favored Western Illinois 15-4. They also led in points in the paint 48-22. Mastodons led in second chance points 23-13. Western Illinois led in fast break points 8-0, and Danny Nichols accounted for 6 of those 8 points in the third quarter. And bench scoring also favored Western Illinois 8-6. Largest lead of the game for the Mastodons was 4 points early in the first quarter at, I believe it was 6-2. And the largest lead for Western was 14. Each team had a double-digit run. Western went on an 11-0 run in the third quarter, and the Mastodons had a 10-0 run in the second. But all in all, it favored Western Illinois tonight when all was said and done, as they win the game 83-74. And as we mentioned with Marcy, the next 3 games for Purdue Fort Wayne now will be on the road. They will be at Denver on Saturday afternoon. That'll be a 3 o'clock tip Fort Wayne time. And then next week on the 13th, which I believe is a Thursday, they'll be at North Dakota State. That's an 8 o'clock tip. And a week from Saturday the 15th, they'll visit Frost Arena for the final time as a member of the Summit League, taking on the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. That game will set to begin at 2 p.m. And then they come back home for their final 2 home games against Omaha on February 22nd. That's a 2 o'clock start. And then Senior Day will be against Denver on February 27th. And the regular season wraps up with a trip to Tulsa, Oklahoma to take on the Golden Eagles from Oral Roberts at the Mabee Center on February 29th. So that's what's left in the regular season for the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. Again, they will try to get some elusive wins starting Saturday afternoon in Denver, Colorado. That will do it. Special thanks to head coach Niecy Nelson for talking with us as part of the Lutheran Health Network halftime report. Thanks to assistant coach Marcy Alberts talking to us in our post-game show. Thanks to the athletic department headed by athletic director Kelly Hartley-Hutton. Sports information department Aaron Johnson supplies us with all our great information. Thanks to our friends at Learfield Sports IMG College, and thanks to our friends at YouTube, and most of all, thanks to you for joining us tonight. I'm Mike Maz. Again, our final Leathernecks 83, Mastodon 74. Please enjoy what's left of your Tuesday wherever you may be. The men's teams from these 2 schools will play tomorrow night at the Memorial Coliseum. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. And then, again, join us for our next broadcast here at Arnie Ball Court on February 22nd when the Mavericks from the University of Nebraska-Omaha come a-calling. We'll be on here at 1:55 with the opening tip set for 2 p.m. Again, our final score tonight, Western Illinois 83, Purdue Fort Wayne 74. This has been Purdue Fort Wayne women's basketball on YouTube. Time for us to bid you adieu as we say goodnight to one and all now from Arnie Ball Court here inside the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of Purdue Fort Wayne in Fort Wayne, Indiana.